No one prepares you for life after professional sport. One day you're a professional athlete, the next day no one knows who you are and no one cares what you did. Now let me explain to you how I had to rebuild myself after playing international sport for over a decade, not just financially but emotionally and socially too, and the transitions I had to face from being an international sportsman to now running a successful wealth management practice. The whole of your life, when you play professional sport, everyone puts you on a pedestal. It's how you identify yourself. It's how other people have identified yourself. Matt Machin the cricketer, or Matt Machin the sportsman, and David Beckham used to play football, Wayne Rooney used to play football, Johnny Wilkinson played rugby, etc. You get the drift. But what happens with that is it's an identity shift. The whole of your life you've been put on a pedestal about being something, and then when you leave that and transition, you're now not. Now what comes with that is rebuilding yourself, not just from identity point of view, but building yourself up in another industry if you choose to do that. A lot of people retire in their respective sports and go into coaching, which is in the same sport but obviously in a different field within it, and a lot of people don't. But I'm going to explain some of the similarities between professional sport that have made me very, very successful in the business world since I left professional sport. Now, the most important thing I've found when moving into a different industry is building a financial base. Now, when I played, I was probably more switched on than 99% of athletes, and I did a number of coaching badges, courses in property development, interior design, because I didn't know what I wanted to do after sport. Now, when you play professional sport, the window which you earn money is very, very short. Let's say you're an 18-year-old when you first sign your first professional contract, you might have a career of 12 to 15 years. So by the age of 35, you are on the scrap heap. No one cares who you are or what you did. So your earning potential is for a very, very short period of time. Now, if you compare that to the corporate world and you start at 18 and work your way up, at 35, when you're finishing your sports career, your earning potential is only going to increase and you've climbed that ladder over time. And you've got another 30, 35 years to work from when you retire in professional sport, or from the age of 30, 35 in the corporate world. So it's really important that plan accordingly for your future, especially when it comes to professional sport, because your earning window is only so short. You need to plan early. But the massive problem in sport is no one plans early because they think they're going to earn that sum of money every single year for the rest of your life. And then when your career is done, that's even if you have a 15-year career. If you get injured after 5, you're on the scrap heap and you have to start then. You need to be smart with your money and you need to build a solid base. Some of the key things with that is having cash flow, different income streams, different investments from when you're playing, but also having knowledge through your career and not relying on others to do it for you, because ultimately it comes down to you and your decision about your lifestyle you want when you finish sport and the legacy you want to create. And it's important you use financial literature and independence to create the life you want to create. There's a few lessons from sport that I learned that have massively transitioned from playing professional sport into the business world. Discipline equals consistency in saving. What I mean by that is the more disciplined you are and more routine structure you are or have, I believe creates a good savings pot moving forward after sport, so you can utilize it when the cash flow of a regular income, bonuses, sponsorship, endorsements, etc. aren't there, and you can have that cash flow to go through into the next chapter of your life. The second point is when you play, you get coached an awful lot. Coaching equals advice. But what people don't understand is when it comes to financial planning, we are essentially coaches. We help you get from point A to point B. Now, if I wanted to learn how to play tennis, I can't play tennis. I'm going to go and get a coach. But when it comes to finances, because a lot of people have done really well in their respective fields, they don't think they need advice when it comes to financial literacy. But 99% of people I've spoken to do. So you need advice and coaching when it comes to your finances. And the third thing is teamwork equals surrounding yourself with experts. What I mean by that is you want to surround yourself in a circle of people who are ultimate experts in their field. When you leave sport, you need the best people in the best industries helping, guiding and mentoring you into the next chapter of your life, because the transition from professional sport to your new career is challenging and you need experts in your field. Just like when you go out and play, let's take football as an example, you want the 11 best players in that team to go out and play accordingly in their best positions. You don't want rogue people coming in because it's going to make you disjointed as a team and ultimately not perform as well as you could do. When it comes to the next chapter of your life, transitioning from professional sport into your new profession, the game might end, but your life doesn't. Now, it might feel like a huge transition from playing professional sport into your new career, but the key values, learning, and understandings you take away from that game translate massively into the business world. Now, some of the most successful business owners have been in the military, professional sport, industries where there is routine, structure, and people achieving the same common goal. Now, me being an international sportsman previously, now to running a couple of very successful businesses, the things that I learned in sport have massively helped me in this industry. Drive, ambition, confidence, clarity, being unsure if I don't know something to go and seek the right answer. These are things that you need to understand and take from your sports career into your new business ventures or business as an example, because it will massively help you out moving forward to get ahead of the game. Because don't forget, if you're 35 starting a business, someone's probably had 15 years in the game before you doing what you want to do. It's not sport where it's a 15-year career. Business, the goal is to never stop doing business. The goal is to always stay in the game. If you're not in the game in business, you've either exited for millions or you've gone bankrupt. Or you don't like that industry, but usually it's the first two. So the key thing is to make sure you understand where you are and that you want to get ahead of the curve, simply because there are many people who are ahead of you, so you need to surround yourself with experts. When it came to professional sport, I lived my life by design. It's all I ever wanted to do. And getting injured and retiring at an early age massively affected me because I wasn't sure of the design that I wanted to do moving forward. Now, running a very successful wealth management practice, I've managed to design the life I want to live through hard work, and it's like a training program. When you play sport, you get a training program in the gym, you know what areas technically, tactically you need to improve on. And that's the same when it comes to building a business. And if you want to scale and grow quickly and move up the ranks quickly, you need a training program to help you understand what areas you are very good at, but what areas also you need to improve on. So my recommendation is work out those on an A4 piece of paper, write down what you're good at, what you're not good at, and then make a plan accordingly to get better. And don't shy away from the areas you're not good at, but surround yourself with experts to help you do that. Because you want to live a life of design, what you've previously done, to now a design moving forward rather than default. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button, or if you want to give me any suggestions about what to talk next, comment below.